at that K'Sante matchup, has his pick of the litter and goes towards that Gwen, which will now be, looking at this, a great answer into the Vi. You just pop W and she struggles to get on top of you. The Annie can also really struggle against that Gwen, and you have this angle towards bot.
They know where to focus.
Not crashed the wave. It's bouncing back currently.
They're going to go in. That flash early from Ming Wei is going to take down the long angle here. There's going to have to be some miracles from BLG if they want to get out, but On has sacrificed his life.
Bot side early in that first kill.
I really like this kind of trade-off, especially with the standoff that we've had so far.
Everyone got a lot of guns to bring the back.
Ben's here first.
Angel.
Ben has arrived. It's a 4v5. Here comes Breathe. The Dragon has already gone over to Shun. They'll be trading.
Elk still does have that ult. Remember, they couldn't blow that earlier, but he doesn't have flash. Trying to clear out that wave.
You got to. Elk is in trouble. The cease and desist. The lockdown couldn't even use the ulti.
Roster goes down for his first death in the series and at the playoffs.
Yeah, he's getting shut down a little bit in that bottom lane. Perfect execution of their strategy right now for RNG at least. And I always imagine Wei as the sword of RNG, while Cease and Desist makes that sword lock on. And they found the targets in the top side. BLG wanted to contest, but they don't contest anything. They do get one kill back. They lost that Rift Herald. They do get a nice triple chain of a CC onto Angel, and that'll be 2 kills to Ben. Trying to get this outer tower up here and claim a little bit of gold back on the map.
But once again, we just don't see a fight. Neither of these teams.
They were able to get Yagao and Shun ahead. They could snowball, but until then, it's a little bit difficult. Speaking of difficult, Shun found himself between a rock and a hard place, but Angel having to burn that flash, and Angel might just go down here. Gwyn becomes immune, and the Clocker has hit midnight here now. Gala very low, trying to take down Yagao, but that's 2 more kills for Ben, and he's big.
Either of these teams can fall apart very, very quickly. And RNG, they make the first big mistake. Despite them winning the Vision game early on, BLG, they wait it out, they find their option. Now they have a 4-kill Gwen, piloted by Ben in that top side. Talked about their opponents already, and I'm sure we will continue to do so after this point, picking up even more gold from the fight.
It's so big for Ben to have this lead.
See that Breathe is 15 to Ben's 15, but only just hit that.
Ben, don't do it.
Oh, he's just
There's
gonna
that CC chain. He does go gold, and the rest of the team is here. He might be able to get out, and how many times have we said it? Gwyn is immune to you, RNG, as it's a double knockup onto Breathe, and they find another kill. They are picking apart RNG.
Orange, but maybe these members could die.
They're going to try to take down this dragon. This would be 3rd dragon for RNG, so they get a little bit of something back. But the Baron, the big purple worm, goes to BLG.
This guy's got a pretty good track record as a coach. Can we have him? Top Esports were thinking about it in terms of their community. BLG ended up getting that coach. Now Breathe on the side lane.
That tower doesn't exist.
It's the 1v1 side lane advantage. Nash's Tooth gives you so much damage on these towers, and Ben, with so much gold in pocket, can be very, very game-breaking in side lanes at this point. Wei is trying to collapse onto the grouped unit in this mid lane. Can he flash onto him?
They do have the double catch out here, and nicely executed onto Elk. As now Shun needs to get out of this one, but I don't think he can. It's just going back in with the Cyclone to go down to RNG and push him mid lane.
Classic RNG. You try and side lane against them, they find a way to catch you out on Vision elsewhere. They get themselves 2 important kills. They're going to get themselves a mid outer turret, and BLG aren't able to keep this G, but they don't have, of course, lacking tools either. Gala's going.
Gala does hit that lightning crash there. The tower
built up. Ben had one of those pretty insane turnarounds a little earlier into the game where RNG could not finish him off through that stasis. Shun also had their vision come into them. What can BLG do with this space?
Oh, Breathe will see Gig out on the side. Big engage, and already On is gone. You've got the immune circle from Ben, who's sniffing down the competition. As Gala is gunning him out, and that's why you don't give this man area, because he's already found himself a triple. Can they give him a quadra as well as RNG? They put BLG onto the back foot, and that's a Baron for Royal Never Give Up.
No one gets close to touching Gala, who walks away with what could be the game-winning fight. That is going to be Baron into a huge amount of pressure across the map. RNG will be able to take control of their wave. They'll be able to see out the timer. Angel's there.
It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be very difficult. I think BLG realized down this very sturdy composition that RNG drafted. It's something we have talked about coming in the draft, but now they're trying to pick it apart. It's a re-engage. Lightning crashes from Gala. He has so much AoE damage. He's flashing in, and RNG has swept this game 1 by storm. Maelstrom as it's one last desperate attempt for Ben and Yagao, but the lockdown is there. Angel CCs them down and Wei chases Yagao here. There's not anything left for BLG on the map, and TP's coming in, signal the end of game one for RNG.
Gala makes himself so tempting. Oh, you can definitely engage onto me here. BLG, they take the bait, but they don't have their Gwen. They don't have Finn. And in the battle of the Fed Gwen versus the Zeri, it's Gala, the AD carry, that comes out on top.
He becomes immune just by being in the presence of
Spring, and now coming into this last pick. It's about that safety. You start seeing that cage forming. Lantern goes down and pulls someone out of danger, and it might help Angel position a lot more aggressively on
He saw
Everyone is
Wei.
stacked up here.
He got baited though, and this cannot be the way you start off this game, but it is. Wei gets the kill, first blood.
Makes it very difficult to play around these big terrain, wall-ridden fights. Wei is going to come back down. Angel has level 6, has flash as well, but he's getting collapsed on.
He is. That Event Horizon actually coming out to try to make something happen, but not able to find the distance. The rest of RNG coming in here to support, and we've literally just had a consistent, 3v3, 4v4 here hovering over this, even though that objective had already gone down to BLG.
BLG looking to see if they can fish for a fight. Potentially, there we
There's
go.
some trouble. Beautiful flash on as well. Gets that huge engage. Event Horizon hits. I don't know if they have the damage just yet, though. The graviton from Gala used nicely. Going into a lot of these fights, and I think that's going to be interesting for BLG to approach. And they're going towards bot lane. The hook lands on a Shun, bringing Ming a little bit closer to the jaws of BLG. There's a big chakra multi, Moonlight Vigil from Gala. He's trying to get down some damage here, but he's all by his lonesome. He's just getting dragged out as Elk picks up a kill. But Summoner spells burn, and these junglers feeling feisty, Nymera.
That they are. First item was completed. Yagao used the spellbook Ignite. Well, fires the ult as well.
On
Angel.
the grand entrance, there he comes. He doesn't really have the damage. The flash from Yagao's like, I need that kill. As the charge comes through, get a couple.
They've dropped one kill. Besides that, RNG, they've not taken towers, they've not taken dragons, they've not taken heralds. BLG, compared to the first game, getting
From mid lane, he has been here for so long, and BLG have no idea. They have no idea. They're going to collapse onto Ming. Ming's getting low. That kick comes through on a 2. Shun finds one reset, though. And the Moonlight Vigil comes across. That's a big Infernum onto the AoE, but Shun has now gotten his resets. He connects onto Gala. And here comes the slicing Maelstrom from BLG. As they take yet another fight. And Angel has sacrificed his life as he will just lead his way out, try to find the yellow brick road, but there won't be one. As actually by picking out BLG, leave him alone. But it is what BLG have taken from RNG, and it's almost everything.
Does look like Angel gets out, but Shun gets the Thresh, steals the death sentence, writes a letter in the enemy jungle. This time has been spotted. He's not up for any vision, so this is another one coming to join the Wolf Pack as he takes the Raptors. Herald goes down in the mid lane. Angel has flash and ult. Now, he is not on vision. We've not seen him really make the biggest impact so far. He's not able to get a play onto mid lane as BLG
is available. RNG start up the dragon here. They look to try to burn it. They have so many chakras. Flash comes in with the timbers, and they find the Moonlight Vigil. Yagao is down, and BLG should leave this one. On goes in. Here comes Ben with the slicing Maelstrom, and that's a 3-man stun, but he can't get the damage down just yet, and it's turning around for RNG. Here comes Shun with the Heartbreaker, but he ain't breaking anybody's hearts just yet. As Elk is trying to gun them down, but he gets stunned up. RNG realize they can't put up any more fights, but Wei wants to try to steal the dragon. Can they get back in? Brain goes for the flash play, can't hit it, but Wei is onto the dragon. Shun gets the reset of the dragon's aggro here. 3,500 health.
Teleport's coming back in.
Give up the fight. They're coming on the backside here, Nymera. They will take this dragon. This is third dragon of BLG, and they fight the good fight.
So, that fight is almost entirely determined.
Untouched in that entire fight. We saw what happens when Gala goes untouched on this area. What can Elk do with it? Now, Slicing Maelstrom has been back up. They got a little bit of CC on the Angel, but it's not going to be enough to take a kill down. And RNG pick off the side lane. BLG are taking the Baron.
Yeah, Angel has TP, so he can reach the top side of the map. You see that Breathe and Wei are heading up towards that. This is not the most damage ever.
There's a dark passage.
They're trying to get up with all of the mobility they've got. They will be able to contest this just about, even if it's on the retreat.
BLG trying to burn it down. Event Horizon, they go way over ham, but there goes the Baron. Here comes Gala.
To respond to him, BLG very quick on the other side, and RNG, for all that they could in game one, put BLG into awkward position. Scouting missions
It's
once
two
again.
towers for Yagao.
2 towers for Yagao, as you're rightly saying, who's hit 2 items, is going to get a lot more gold in pocket. Got these lower range carries. And now without that flash, without that kick, they just have to wait and watch their base start to crumble.
And they can use this spacing so well that event. You're looking for man marking for RNG. You're trying to find this red-white glorious fight for Gala. He can get something going. They do see Ben on the side, but they have started up the Dragon here. On looking for a help with the flank for Ben. Event Horizon has gone down. 6,000 health onto the Dragon. It does reset for that aggro. And Gala just has that caliber. As now On is coming in. The Moonlight Vigil goes through.
Oh!
The Dragon secured by Angel, but they've got to get out of this fight. As Shook finds a reset. Ben gets the slicing maelstrom, and Elf goes over the wall. Gala is no more. And BLG, they might have lost the Dragon, but they took everything else from RNG. That should be another chase down, but that's at least 3 members of RNG gunned down.
The Dragon went down to 1 HP, but that's Elf being shut down. He is set at 5, 1, and 5, chasing down the fight. This is the Elf we were prepared to see, and the one that RNG tried so desperately before On gets to use his combo, so On just kind of flashes beyond him, gets to the point where he can get onto those turrets, breathe. Speaking of him, he has to teleport.
Facing tools. They do have a lot of catch-out tools, right? And while we haven't seen it come to fruition just yet, and maybe we won't see it happen anymore, his way has found himself in a sticky situation, and there ain't getting out of that. He's walking around like molasses as Yagao picks up
no smite this time, nothing from spellbooks, nothing at that point. RNG watching this go down, looking for a miracle steal of
AP, Moonlight Vigil, okay, goes wide. Oh, it's not going to go through. Smite secured from Chun, and Ben is fun on the flank. Oh no! As the beautiful TP flank from Ben sets up 2 more kills for BLG.
LPL cannon hits different. Ben teleports into the enemy jungle behind enemy lines, just like we've seen so many players try to in this game, but Ben makes one of the best attempts at that in this game. And now with Baron, with members dead from RNG, they should be heading towards their first Nexus destruction of the series.
Ben sitting there stinging, you're going to miss me when I'm gone, as he is set up so beautifully in the second game. Couldn't carry on the Gwyn in game 1 after getting all those resources, but you give him the Kennen first pick, and he'll carry all day long. As BLG wipe the floor with RNG, game number 2, we have a series on our hands, and we're going to game 3.
You just had to say it, but we do. Particularly because you're not against a pick which is going to shove you in super heavily in that mid lane in the Galio. They lock it in. Yagao on the Silas can very much pair up with Shun at this point, and this top side of the map has a lot. Let's see what's happening.
Better go quick.
Bot lane jungle. Go quick. See what happens in these early skirmishes. Level 4 to level 3. At least same with doubles.
Oh, that's looking a little bit worse for wear for Shun. He at least has Elf moving up. When getting that early trade, that red buff helping him out, but now we got the re-engage here, and these teams are bloodthirsty early on. Looks like we got 10 wolves on the rift, and 1 kill goes to Elf. You got first blood for BLG, and they're cleaning up a little bit. Gala gets 2 back for his own right, and we've seen Zeri when she gets gold, what she can do to a game, as maybe another one following down. This early kills helping out RNG, who now have a double buff for Gala.
Really don't want to get caught in this fight when they don't have that many flashes to use against the Galio.
Trying to look where Angel can use that broke entrance as well. There's Elf stacking up some shots. He goes red-white, and they've got a good fight. As here comes Yagao with that engage, but it means Angel uses the taunt to get out of there. They're stacking up now, though, and Shun gets a kick, and On gets a kill. 1 goes to Yagao as well, and there's that villain's entrance, and they're looking real evil right now. BLG combat Shun, the very aggressive jungler for BLG, and while we'll get another trade here, RNG stacking up dragons, the Rift Herald number
gets a lot of value from it. Wants that early CC in a lot of these games. If he was sat on a Rod of Ages, he could not be making these plays right now. Very valuable for BLG, and they're sitting around the bottom turret, but Elf
steps
got
up
out.
way too far. He goes down easy, as now the resets come through for Wei. He has the Gravita, might be able to get a little bit of something there.
Fun times.
You know, I'm an ADC main, and it feels bad. He doesn't do a lot to breathe.
Oh
my God!
What?
Oh, that's Silas so huge, and also picking up a side lane turret here.
And you know what? I'm going to start calling that one the immovable object, because that's apparently what happens when it meets the unstoppable force. Breed not nearly able to hold that lane. Teleports back
from a Rift Herald contest here from RNG. That side lane turret, though, going to Ben. Running away with the side lane. Yeah, I was gonna find Freezing Kid. Oh no. Okay, he doesn't have the Unstoppable Force this time. He's got
grouping from RNG on this mid lane. They can potentially threaten a dive with the heavy engage. They've not really managed to match that engage right now. They'd love to find something because BLG, both their solo laners are away from the play currently.
really don't want this second charge to go through. They actually deny it here. You've got Yagao pushing in the side lane. He has TP. Bin in the side lane. He has TP. BLG want to get as much gold out of the side lanes as possible and collapse on RNG starting up the dragon. You got 15 seconds to BLG.
And the thing is, when you're a Malphite, if you have your ult flown, you just don't have the same value as someone like a Scion or an Ornn or something like that, who can maybe use their rounds of basic abilities to achieve something a little more than a Malphite. Of course, it matters all of those champions mentioned, but Malphite really is ultimate reliance. So BLG picking their target, going to the Gala!
Force into it, hit that Everfrost, and Gala's deleted! Out goes forward, that Moonlight Vigil point blank ends the life of Ming, and they find way on top of it all. It's 3 prize.
RNG, they haven't managed to find an engage, even when the team of BLG has been split across the map. BLG playing out the 1-3-1 and start going into the fights and surviving the first part of them. Yagao does not allow that. Now Yagao sees that. Oh, he's going right in.
Oh my god, Yagao is just a menace. He takes down Wave. Another solo bullet. Right back against you. And they're using it so beautifully as well as around this map here. They're taking down turrets. They're using a lot of the prep.
Getting a lot of value out of his power spikes. Got himself powerful components before that last fight. Breathe now. Kind of sat, potentially getting stunned under tower here.
Breathe in a bit of trouble. He's a lot tankier nowadays. He's grown a little bit as a mountain. Ming has made it. Those Hex Gates getting some reinforcements here, but they've lost their inner. Did they just not see they were pushing? As now they don't have the power to sustain that fight. There is an open inhib in topside against RNG now.
Well, the problem with this is that we rarely see it now, but this is a 1-3-1. We see 1-4 a lot of the time. Gala trying to split something down, but BLG around just jumping onto Elk, just stopping Bin in a side lane. This would be a much more pleasant experience for them. As it stands, though, they just can't ever get to the point where they can now fight in grouped up fights. They've missed their chance at the grouped up fights when BLG fought to their strength.
Gotta be able to these fights, and now we've gotten 2 dragons in a row for BLG. 4 stacked Hex Dragons is going to be terrifying in its own right.
Yeah, so Caliber Crescendum, great damage onto the objective, stacking up chakrams while he's going at it. Again,
they find it! He tries to go in for the Dragon Rage, he can't get it. The quickness comes back through from Bing. Angel getting very low. Look at those chakrams coming out from Elk. Bin has found a flank here, but can't get the counter strike. Goes right back in, one bubble combo! Big heroic entrance though from Angel and RNG. Gala's fighting that Link's breath, but it doesn't matter! BLG wiped the floor with RNG. That's an ace, a triple kill for Elk, and a monumental lead for BLG in Game 3.
In such a different fashion from their first victory, BLG will take a second Nexus in this round 2 playoffs match. They are versatile, they are strong, they are intelligent, and they're hella good playmakers. Yagao leading the charge in Game 3.
They have come alive in this series, bucking off the momentum here. 2 games in a row, and in the way they did it, it was straight through the jungle. It was carrying from out, but
support's being hovered. So it is going to be Rakan, which I assume that means Annie, of course, is going to be going towards that mid lane. Where is this Jarvan going? It looks like it is a niche counter pick to the cannon. We were asking about this actually, you know, on top side, 2v2s go at it. Speaking of that fun on the top side, Cage coming back up.
Wei is waiting though. He does get that engaged stun, and Yagao has to flash but followed over quickly as now Shun is trying to take down Angel. Angel flashes to safety, and a soul has been reaped by Wei. First blood for RNG. Shun goes in though. Wei in some trouble here though. He might go down. Red buff enough. Shun picks up the kill. He might go for a second, and if Lee Sin gets ahead in this one, it is so devastating. Angel, you found yourself on the wrong side of the tracks, but On maybe didn't find that right direction to try to get to him. There should be a cleanup kill for BLG. He's just waiting. I mean, Angel does have a decent amount of damage, but Angel's just going to give his life over to Shun, and that's 2 kills for the BLG jungler. So back onto the objective focus, something we heard Wei say at least earlier that is super important when RNG are approaching this matchup.
but Angel has ult, doesn't have flash as well. Can he engage?
Ooh, gets the stun onto Yagao there, but the Event Horizon connects, and they chase down Angel. He's going to need a Guardian after that. I don't think they need to fight this one. I feel like they just back off, but maybe they want to contest. Breathe.
I think they will.
The Cataclysm. Here comes the slicing Maelstrom with that Moonlight Vigil. The Cataclysm is able to get one back, but they are getting shown on the back line now. It is a trade of 2 for 1. As Yellen really finding his own on Billy nonetheless after some rough history for the organization. We'll see a dragon go down for Billy themselves. I think they know. I think they know.
On those, they're going for it.
They do get the lightning crash from Gala. Moonlight Vigil comes out, but Ming gets denied from that quickness. We'll see on the target though. Kick back. Wei tries to hard break out, but he's burning. He doesn't go down. Breathe is shown up with a huge cataclysm. And Elk is pumping out some damage, but it's not enough. Breathe gets the kill. Yagao flashes, but can't find it. Primordial Burst plus the combo. Yagao gets a kill back. It's a trade. It's the Event Horizon. Angel is here. Yeah, there's not much left. Cataclysm's coming back up, but there ain't going to be much left for Breathe up here. He'll be taken out, focused in the side lane as connection from the Sonic Wave. Shun gets the kill. 5th of the game for the jungler, BLG.
More stacks for the Veigar, trying to flash in maybe on Elk. Does have that cleanse still. This is a big move. He is so dead to right
surrounding him. TP comes through. That's Angel with the flash. The kill-ins comes through, but it's not enough. Elk goes down to Wei, slicing Maelstrom. Bin finds Gala! And there's the CC on the way. Here comes On. They get the Heartbreaker down, but they have the damage to take out Bin. He's gone now, and now the resets are there. Wei trying to stay alive, and he does. On goes down, and
BLG looks like they're going to be able to get themselves second Herald by the way that Shun is positioning around that top side. Yagao going to take a top lane turret, but losing mid lane out of turret, always a very important moment in the game. You lose mid lane and BLG, they just double down trying to clear up on this play when they just don't have the stats beyond that point.
You see in the picture-in-picture, though, they have made a play on the mid lane. That Rift Herald number 2 did get the charge
from that. And now they're staring down some stacking offensive stats being built up from BLG. They're taking down another turret. There really is no response to it at this point. All of these outer turrets, we just talked about how important it is to keep your mid lane tower up.
Into a dragon fight here. Would be a 3rd dragon for BLG. Sole point for them.
They're still under control ward here.
They just collapse though, and immediately they find Shun. Gala's gone on the sideline though as Ming goes down too. Elk is popping with those chakras, and when he comes and knocking, and a dragon soul point.
Everyone's just on a hair trigger around that play. Wei goes towards topside, is on 0 HP. They teleport into this because if Wei dies, that's not just going to be a dragon. That could be the Baron going down as well. They're trying to catch him. If Wei dies, this could be costing them the series.
This is the emergency engage from RNG. Try to get that man out alive, but they go right back in. Breathe is getting chucked. Breathe, I don't think you want that, bro. You don't want the smoke, but he does get one back. Kill goes to Bin, and now it's getting caught out there. You can't have that in these crucial moments, and RNG are reeling from the mistakes of this game. That will be Baron to BLG, and they don't really have anything to fight for afterwards. RNG just need to find a way out.
Killer blow from BLG. Shun looking for the follow-up fight going on to Ming.
Nice flash kick into Yumi to spell the doom. RNG, they've got to fight back the
hinges of their outer turrets outside of their base. The inner one in mid lane falling down at this point to hold one of the side lanes. BLG, they don't even feel they need to reset. They're going straight onto the map using the waves.
Oh my god, they're going to catch Breathe out again. This Jarvan pick does nothing in the moment, and there's nothing left for RNG to hold on to. One by one, the dominoes fall, and what would be the kings of spring and RNG have just been dethroned, it feels like. There is not much left for RNG to hold on to in this game, Nymera.
It's just the straw which breaks the back of RNG. Around that dragon fight, they try and make a snap engage. They're slammed back with full force against that gold lead. Just exploded out of control. In a 3v5, they've got to hold on to their base. Try and get that last sensor wave clearing.
BLG get that second in hit.
So it's going to be Yagao once again on the Veigar like we saw earlier in the series, staying alone in the 1-4. They're sticking to 2 lanes this time. They don't want a 1-3-1, don't have the same
angle in some way. That is Navori quickly. Third
Angel's
item
looking,
completed for Gala.
This is it. This is the game-breaking play.
This is RNG trying to make something happen. Gala preemptively hits it. Elk is in trouble. Elk is gone. But look at the back line. It's everybody else. You got to focus. And Ben, he shuts the door straight on RNG's face. It says, who are dare you breathe as a triple kill for Shun and a domineering victory in the team fight for BLG. They will stake away the sins of last summer. They will stop the hate and they will move themselves to round 3 of the LPL Spring Playoffs, destroying, dismantling Royal Never Give Up.
Last year, BLG promised a dream they couldn't deliver. In 2023, the dream is alive. It's kicking down the door of round 3, where they wait for a date with Weibo Gaming.
Huge date.